Once I hit you with that back space, you ain't coming back. No control, on the reach, you give me space. Like time, hit you with that back space, you ain't coming back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Entertainment Creator, the channel where you let us know what we should or should be playing based upon your interactions down below. And today I have Nifty.
Hey,
It's been like a
I'm
long
Nifty.
time coming. It's like this was the original idea, was to get you on this side, and it took us a year to get here.
right? Yeah, it was like, hey, you know, what'd be cool is if you came on and did a show with me, and I'm like, yeah, and you should do one on mine, and then you did one on mine like back in like December, I think.
Yeah.
And then maybe one since then. But then like I was like, haven't been here yet. So hi JC's audience.
And if you happen to be Nifty's audience, thank you for coming out and tuning in as well.
Significantly less race cars than normal.
I mean, there's a giant floating fortress. That counts as something.
It's a vehicle, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could probably
Yeah.
drift that.
Well, as you know, over here we also do the PYP. So are you ready to jump in on that?
I'm stoked.
Okay. Would you rather run into your in-laws at a swingers party
Ooh.
or give a eulogy for someone you didn't know?
Well, I don't want to run into my in-laws at a swingers party. That is, how did I get at the swingers party? But
Yeah.
then also, why are my in-laws here? That's there's a lot of questions there that need to be answered.
So many.
Giving a eulogy for someone I didn't know seems kind of consequence-free. I could kind of be loose with it.
Yeah.
Kind of be like, yep, Ed sure was a person. And looks like he worked in manufacturing, I think. He had a hard hat anyway. Well, he looked great in that hard hat. I mean, it is sad when people in hard hats die. I hope it wasn't related to the hard hat, because if the hard hat failed, then I'm going to look real bad. Anyway,
Yeah.
poor Ed, poor
Yeah.
Ed.
I mean, like, I could totally understand that. Like, I'm one of those people that when I do like speeches and presentation, that when I give it to someone that I don't know, or sorry, when I give it to someone that I do know, like, I struggle. But giving it to people that I don't know, I kind of like knock it out of the park. So I feel like my eulogy would be amazing. It would be like bringing tears to everybody that's in the house, and just like, oh my god, he really knew them, and I had no idea who this person was. So that's my choice.
Did Ed, though? Are you doing Ed's eulogy? Because somebody needs to do Ed's.
I could do Ed's after I do
All right,
Albert, but yeah, Ed,
Don't-
yeah.
Yeah. Don't mention the hard hat. Apparently, that's a
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
But let us know what you would choose down in the comments down below. Again, would you like to run into your... Would you rather run into your in-laws at a swingers party or give a eulogy for someone you didn't know?
Although, you know, down in the comments, if you would like to run into your in-laws at a swingers party, I guess put that down there too. Let us know if
Yeah.
you're looking for that, or maybe don't.
Maybe we can get that to happen? I don't know. Let's not do that.
In as little detail as possible. Please tell us if that's what you would like.
So we're playing a Marvel game. We got Captain America, Spider-Man, Thor, and Wolverine. How many of these characters do you know?
I know all of them. I have not seen an X-Men movie in a very long time, so my Wolverine trivia is sketch. But the other three, I of course know.
Fair enough. So you know that he was actually built after a polar bear, right?
Wolverine?
Yeah,
No, I thought he was
No.
built after a Wolverine.
100%. 100%. Just wanted to make sure I was testing you out there. And we have, we have Wolverine. He's got the adamantium claws. Basically, like one of the toughest alloys out there. Literally fused to his body. We have Captain America. He's got the super soldier serum and all jacked up. And then we got Spider-Man that was bit by a radioactive spider, and Thor that was just born that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or pride.
What?
He was born that way. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. I completely missed out on that. Gotcha.
Well, and he did have a rainbow bridge. I mean, come on now.
That thing is so amazing. I think they did an amazing job. Like, I don't know if you saw the Thor movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's called the Bifrost.
Great. Yeah. the graphics were great.
It was. Are you saying that because you're not sure about the story?
No, well, no, just because we're talking about the Rainbow Bridge or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
okay.
And I was visually impressed by that
What?
in the movie. So no, the movie was good. I actually think probably I like the Thor. I don't know if I like the Thor movies that I've seen better or the Iron Man ones, but those would be my top 2 Marvel series as far as the movies go, I guess. Thor always had that interesting like civilization vibe to it, I guess. Like,
Oh,
seeing
okay.
what the
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get enough of oh god, what was the city?
Asgard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't get enough. Didn't get enough of it because it always came back to Earth,
Yeah.
and it was like, but I know Earth. It's pretty lame here.
Which in that universe is called Midgard.
Right, but I call it Earth.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, if I had to pick between those two, I would say that I like Iron Man better, but I do. I appreciated the Thor world building better. The enemies and stuff like that they used for Iron Man was kind of just like, it's kind of lackluster. But like Thor's enemies are just like people that could like ruin the planet, like, you know, with a snap of the finger. It's like, oh Jesus. So right now we're going against Scorpion, which is Spider-Man's bad guy.
Did I see the movie with Scorpion in it? I don't think so. He doesn't look familiar to me. Sorry, I'm like the worst person to do a Marvel playthrough with.
No, it's fine. He was in one of them. But like he was, I guess, a lot more of a bigger character in the TV show, the Spider-Man cartoon. You saw Scorpion a lot more in that.
That might be part of my blind spot then.
This is his tail right here. You didn't watch cartoons?
Not the Marvel cartoons.
Oh, okay. Which cartoons did you watch?
Oh gosh, as a kid?
Yeah.
Well, I did like actually the Batman series. I like that was my favorite of the superhero cartoons.
Fair.
And then also the Justice League. I guess more DC, which is just alienating more of your audience from the video. So, but
maybe there's a DC Ultimate Alliance. I don't know. Well, what other ones? Like, we don't have to stick to the superhero because now I'm curious. What other cartoons did you watch?
Oh, jeez. I mean,
did you watch James Bond Jr.?
No. I'm trying to think. I haven't been.
James Bond Jr.
I haven't been a child in a long time. It's hard to remember. I mean, like a lot of Nickelodeon stuff. Like early Nickelodeon stuff, like Hey Arnold and.
Hey Arnold. Yeah.
Like SpongeBob was new. When I was...
SpongeBob was new for me. Yeah.
Like,
I liked the idea of it. Like, I think I came across SpongeBob when I was in my early 20s, and I'm like, he's got some adult-esque jokes, but ultimately, this is for kids.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember having I want to say it was Cat Dog VHS tape. That had a preview of like the first SpongeBob episode on it, or maybe it's vice versa. But like, it like SpongeBob was this new show that they were trying to market at that point, which is funny to think about. It's funny to think about a world where SpongeBob wasn't like omnipresent. You know, it was just like, it's like, oh, you might want to try this new thing. It's about this square guy. We call him SpongeBob. You know, just give it a shot, see if you like it.
I don't know if it's supposed to be going up or... I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going at this moment. I haven't played Alternate Alliance in such a long time. I guess I'm supposed to go over here. In such a long time. They had 3 in the series. This is the first one. The second one was pretty good. But it was never like the first one. The first one was just more thought out, better characters, better character costumes, better missions. more nods to the comics themselves than the second one. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me otherwise, you know, why the other one's better. But then when they had Ultimate Alliance 3, they put it on Switch only. And I'm just like, what? I'm just like, why would you do that?
Well, and if it can run on a Switch, it can definitely run on some other consoles.
Yeah,
No-
actually,
no
I just thought of it.
concern.
I think it probably wasn't them that did it. I bet you it was Nintendo.
Like they did an exclusive with them or something.
Yeah, Nintendo's just like, we'll give you X amount of money if you put it only on our system.
Okay, I have a. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but
Cool.
Nintendo is the Apple of video game consoles.
Okay, I
my
get
hot
where
take.
I get where you're going with it, but I want you to explain.
So a lot of their stuff is like brand orient. Like they have hardcore fans basically just because of the IPs that they have or the brand imagery that they have. The hardware itself is unremarkable at best. And there are
Oh my god.
cult-like devotees
Yeah.
to both.
That's gonna leave a bruise.
That's
Yeah.
my argument.
Yeah. Okay.
Look out below.
Because like I think we can all agree that like Nintendo could create a top tier console that would battle with the other ones. I don't think they I don't think they can't do it. They choose not to do it. They choose to speak directly to the nostalgia market than anything else. And you're right. Like I know people that are really like love Nintendo to the point where they've bought all iterations of the Switch. And you're just like, but you only need one. Like-
Right. Like that
Yeah.
one Switch that you can't even take the Joy-Cons off or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
the
it's
light.
just-
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you really wanted a Game Boy, didn't you?
And then like coming out with the OLED display after we all, you know, have OLEDs on everything else. You're just like, wow, great.
Right.
Way to catch up. Good job, Nintendo.
Now that's not to say that I don't love Nintendo. I
Oh,
do. I love
I love
Nintendo
Nintendo.
things. It has just occurred to me that like it's very similar, the way people are loyalists to it in some regards. Which is, I'm not even insulting. Like, you know, if you like Apple, I used to be an Apple user for years and years and years. Like, if you're a hardcore fan of something, then good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
But I find the devotion very similar across both.
But was yours the Apple devotion that we're talking about, or was it more of like a the functionality? Because like when someone tells me like I like Apple, and I'm just like okay, and they're just like yeah I'm into like music production and like movie production. I'm just like oh okay, so that makes total sense. Like yes, you should be on the Apple device. But then there's people that are just like I like to take pictures and like I just like the overall feel, and I'm just like oh okay, it's one of those people.
Well, it started out, it was functional because I went to college for journalism, and the school I went to, you always heard, oh, you need, like, everything runs on Apple, you need Apple software and stuff to, like, interface with it, which was, by the way, completely untrue. I don't know why, like, that was so preached before I went there that I was like, oh, God, I need to have some kind of Apple MacBook in order to like do anything at school, right?
Oh,
Like before I went to school, like it was you heard a lot about it, and then you get there, and it really did like okay, we're using JPEGs and .doc. Like
Oh.
okay, this could have run on anything, but
But I thought
all
like
right,
it's
fine.
Movie Maker. It's all about Movie Maker. That's the jam.
Right. Which yeah, actually, I mean like yeah,
Or iMovie,
oh, what
sorry,
was-
not Movie
iMovie.
Maker.
That was it. Yeah, iMovie was like my first experiment in video editing.
Yeah.
Which I did some things later on with that. With I used to give drum lessons, and so a couple of times I would record myself playing a song, and I wanted to have like a picture-in-picture kind of thing, and that was like the first video editing thing I did was for students to like okay here's like an overhead view of what I'm playing, and here's like the side view so you can see my feet and things like that, and so I did that a little bit. That was the first, and it was so bad. I like looking back on it now, which all those videos are private because yikes, but also like because the audio quality's bad, and like
Yeah.
it was very much like I don't know what I'm doing in iMovie, but
Yeah.
that was the first time I was like, oh hey, video editing's a thing. So
Remember
But no,
when
it was-
picture-in-picture was a thing? Like, and how important everybody
Yeah.
thought it was? Just like, yeah, but you need to be able to watch multiple things at the same time. Just like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
okay, but have you seen on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and stuff now? You'll like swipe, and then you'll get a video that actually has two videos, like a top video and a bottom video. And they
Yeah.
don't relate, and it's weird. Like,
Yeah.
Like I was watching this like fan theory thing about Star Trek because I'm a nerd, and the top part of the video was like fan theory about Star Trek, and the bottom part was just like some guy playing some, I don't know, mobile game. I don't know what mobile game it was, but like one of those like collect a coin mobile game
Yeah.
kind of things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm interested in the top half anyway. What's going? What? And like, since it's kind of our business to like figure out what trends are and things, I
Yeah.
don't. Leave a comment below if you understand this trend, because
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah, I watched this
don't
one
get it.
TikTok video where it was someone just telling a story, like a life story, and ultimately the lesson in the end. But then also it was like hacks on what to like. The other person was like a dude's hands that was like showing like hacks with like paper clips and things you can do with paper clips. I'm just like, I don't know where I should be watching. Should I be watching the paper clips or be listening to the story? Just like.
Well, if it's audio with video, then I totally sympathize. Where it's like I gotta have some kind of video, and I've been talking, and I want to put my talking out there, but I need video because everything has to have video. I sympathize with that because, like, I'm in the same boat with a lot of my stuff where it's like, okay, like this is why we do gameplay things. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't have to. I'm not giving a public speech where I'm standing up in front of people or anything.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, look at this video game while I talk bullshit, right? Like.
Yeah.
But if it like, it just blows my mind that there was like the two things, right?
Fair.
Like two video.
Two
things.
separate things. Yeah.
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 Like, if you cross your eyes and you look like chameleon style, you can see two things at once. That's what Gen Z's doing now, right?
Nice. So Chameleon is another villain of Spider-Man. Nice comeback to the.
Oh yeah.
Nice transition.
That's absolutely intended.
So basically, we're trying to take these guys down, and we're getting their powers, and we can use those powers to make ourselves stronger. Also, coins.
Coins are good. I play Mario. I get it. Coins.
The story in this, I would say, is like I said, it's decent. The other one kind of just seems like you're kind of moving along, but this kind of feels more like an actual proper MCU, I guess. Like, there's a reason why you would get all these characters together to take on this world threat or whatever. Did you like?
So what is the threat? What's going on?
Well, right now we're just trying to figure out what's going on with the ship. So that's where we're at,
okay.
at the current moment. Just gonna do a quick save. Pick up Black Widow's laptop.
Is it a Mac?
So, maybe, I don't know. It's encrypted. Well, actually, no. We were able to get into it quickly. So right now we're under this premise that, you know, Black Widow, which was in the MCU movies, she might be a spy. Which she was a spy in the comic books as well. She was actually a bad guy at the beginning, but then ultimately became a good guy. This is also a great game. What's that?
I did not know that.
This is actually a great game to play with co-op. We should have done that at some point. Can't remember how to.
Sure.
There we go. There we go. Spider-Man, push the buttons. Yeah. Just put his hands right through the PC. Maybe we do some Spider-Man for a bit. You can change the characters anytime at any will.
Whatever. All right.
So it's kind of like the.
Thanks for setting.
Did you ever play the Lego games?
No.
Oh, okay. That's another one where you can choose between multiple characters. They all have their own approaches to shit. Oh, these are good guys. Let's not kill the good guys. We want to make sure we get all the good stuff. So you said that you saw Thor, you saw Iron Man. Did you see any of the Avengers movies?
Yeah, I saw both, all three. How many were there?
Three?
Three.
Three?
Three. Okay, then I saw all three. Yeah.
Okay. Like, as someone that's not fully, like, did you read any comic books as growing up?
No.
How come?
Well, I read Garfield. Does that count?
I don't know if he's got a deep lore.
Oh, he likes lasagna and hates Mondays.
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing.
What did you think of the Garfield movies, played by Bill Murray?
Oh, I didn't particularly like them.
No?
I feel like I aged out by that point, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was like a kid, like grade school, when I was reading Garfield comics just for fun. But like the Scholastic Book Fair, always bought one of the Garfields. Like that was
Holy
the
crap! You just unlocked
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
nostalgia factor there. I lived for those things.
Yeah, no, of course, me too. For Garfield. No, but also, just, all sorts of different books that were cool there. Shout out to Scholastic Book Fair.
Do they still exist?
I don't know, man. I'm an old person now.
It was such a weird time with Scholastic in school. It was like, I don't know. I come from like a weird area where we're all about like views and how things are, like and how you're viewed. But when it came to Scholastic, right, you never wanted to be the kid that didn't get something because that would be
Yeah.
a signifier of like your parents' affluence. And so like you'd be like, oh god, I hope I get something, and so I'd always come home and be like, mom, look, and it's funny how like when I first saw the Scholastic Book Fair, it was the book fair. That's what it was, and then it became I don't know if I want to say like more than 50%, but at least 50% of it was. I'm trying to jump through here. Can I jump? Yes, I can. But became like 50% like guff, just random crap like pens and stuff like that you didn't need, and it's kind of like the way that GameStop is going with their stores. It started off with video games, and now it's not video games. I still go in there. I still buy their stuff, but less and less I buy games at GameStop these days.
Yeah, I don't. Artie, my boyfriend, bought the new Zelda game from GameStop, and he got but because they had a release day special thing, and he's got a little like wooden plaque.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, and like he'll go in there and buy something kind of on a whim. But for me, I'm such a bad shopper in that I don't buy things on a whim, and like I look for the best. Like I'm the guy who looks for the best deal and doesn't. Which is completely at odds with Artie, because like if we go to the store, he wants to stop and look at everything, and I'm just like, I have 3 things on the list. I'm going to that, and then that, and then that, and then I'm out of here. Like,
I mean, I guess I'm like a hybrid. I do definitely buy things on whims, but there's also things that I kind of like I'll open a browser on something I want to buy, and I'll leave that browser there, and I'll be like, if I come back to it in a couple days and I still want it, then great. But by the time I swing back through and I don't want it, I'll just close the window and that's it.
yeah, that's smart. That's a smart way to do it.
But I definitely go to like GameStop and buy random guff. Yeah.
And that's what GameStop is becoming, is what you're saying. It's just random. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah.
I like, it's funny because like in 2020, I like started building like my room up and my like the place around my my setup and stuff like that, and it was just gonna be like, just a nice calming area. And now it's like every time I go out, I buy something new, and it's now becoming a stress factor in the sense of once I get home, just like, well, where does this thing go? What shelf do I put this on?
Yeah.
At some point, I will share on our Instagram like my room. It's just a bunch of gamer stuff on shelves. It's not messy, but it's definitely crowded at times where I start to get like a little bit claustrophobic. Energy resistant.
I hear you. As you get older, you collect more and more little knickknack things that are like, people will gift you things, but also just like you'll be like, oh, that's a cute little thing, I want that, right? Like,
yeah.
And then you have to figure out, because at this point you've done this for 15, 20 something years, depending on how long you've been on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Where does this stuff go? Where
Yeah.
does...
I also get caught in that whole idea of like, well, when I was a kid, I wanted this and I couldn't buy it, and now I'm an
Yeah,
adult, I'm going to buy it. Like,
The thing I have on my desk, like right now, I'm looking at
yep.
is oh gosh, I don't know, probably about 15 race car die-casts. Because as a kid, I always wanted them, and they were always just, you know, my parents were like, "Oh, that's too expensive for something for a toy, right?" And so
You should take
yeah,
a picture
as
of
kid,
that
I
and put it on the
wanted these, and
Instagram
I've
because
got
I want to
them.
see that. I really want to see that.
All right, I can do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Was it 'cause kind of in that same line? I've gotten really, and I blame Sobeys. Shout out to Sobeys for starting this stupid habit. But I used to go like get groceries and such at Sobeys, which is a grocery store, right? And then they started putting out these little mini displays of Hot Wheels, just right
Yeah.
near the cash registers. And the first day I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a little Hot Wheels car. Now I'm doing it every time I check out. So now I'm at 10 cars, and they have like a little miniature car meet on my desk. But it's just like, yeah, I'll take a picture of that as well. My rule is it has to be like a 90s retro type car. It can't just be like, you know, just a random Hot Wheels car. It has to be a car that I'm just like, you know, it's real, I know it, you know, so yeah.
I
Which
feel
is-
ya. I've been asking for years because I used to have a ton of. When I was a kid, I was a big fan of NASCAR. Now, kind of like a love-hate relationship with it now. But back when I was a kid, big fan of NASCAR.
Yeah.
I must have had 50 or more of those, like, you know, the Hot Wheels sized NASCAR diecasts, right?
50 or more?
Yeah, I had a ton. And I'm just, every time I go over to my parents, I'm like, y'all seen those diecasts? No? You might have given them to someone else? My nephew? Where's he live now?
I can totally understand that. Like, I remember growing up, we would always go to my grandmother's, and she had a Nintendo there, right? The Nintendo my mother used to play on and such. And then there would be Barbies for the girls. This is back when there was completely gender pushing people into genders. But so we'd play that, and then like I think it was like maybe like I don't know 10 years ago I got into this whole retro collection aspect, and I was just like, hey, do you have that? And there's like, oh no, we actually had a flood. I'm like, oh, okay, that sucks. But then I also remembered my aunt, she had a Wii. And I'm just like, do you still have your Wii? I'm just like, and she was like, well, I'd like to hold on to it just in case. I'm just like, in case what? All your kids are my age. What is, and all their kids are like in their teens. Like, what are you holding on to this for?
Maybe she's secretly doing Wii Fit still.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my god. It's
Hardcore addicted to Wii bowling.
Wii bowling is top tier. I hope you didn't
it
say
sure
that.
is.
Okay, good. I loved Wii bowling. And
It's not that Wii bowling isn't addictive. It's that your aunt secretly
Yes.
would be addicted to Wii bowling.
fair. But yeah, no, like, and especially now with Switch bowling. Oh, I play the crap out of that. Love it.
I need to get the Switch Sports.
It's good. I will agree with like people out there that rate it that it's less than Wii Sports. Like, there's more in Wii Sports than there is in Switch Sports, but it's still good though. Like, by no means am I gonna say anything otherwise than that. Ooh, we got two.
So I
cards.
have played Wii Sports, but I have a weird caveat,
Okay.
if you will, which is that I did not own a Wii. I was one of the people who did not have a Wii, but I was one of the people that did have a Wii U. So go figure that
Wow.
out. Go figure that out.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Like, you bought the Wii U at launch?
No, I didn't buy it at launch. Artie bought it at launch, and then we started dating, and then he moved in. But
Wow, that's crazy.
like a lot of games, like if I wanted to play Breath of the Wild right now, I would
Yeah.
play it on the Wii U because that's what I have it on.
That's cool. Like, honestly, like I have a Wii U, and I bought it because I had an extra. Is it a 360 or an Xbox One? One of the two. Oh, another Xbox One, and so I traded it in for the Wii U, and Super Mario Maker 1. And so, I don't know. Like I like the system, but reading more and more about like why the system failed and such, I think it's interesting, and it just shows how like particular you should be about your naming.
Yeah, it wasn't a good name.
No.
And the branding was like what are you supposed to do with this thing? And they didn't really have an answer for it. Like,
Yeah.
It's a Game Boy. It's got a little. Well, no, you still have to be attached to the console.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then I can just play it on the TV like a normal video game.
Yeah.
Well, no, you have to play with this iPad. But that said, it was like, I think it was a really underrated console because I feel like about 5 years in, they kind of started figuring out what to actually do with the Wii U. And you said Mario Maker, it's the perfect example.
Oh my God, it's
Mario
so good.
Maker was so good with that little pad in the middle, right?
Yep.
Like some games it didn't work for, but other games like that one, it was like, oh, this is brilliant. This is totally like revolutionizing how I do video games.
Yeah.
It's too bad that they didn't do something to where the Switch, like you could have the Switch, like do that with the Switch, because all the materials are there almost as far as you have the
look at the
handheld.
Wii. If you take the Wii U and put it right beside the Switch, you're just like, I see where this was going. Like the Wii U is 100% a Switch that has to be connected to a console.
Yeah.
And the Joy-Cons are stuck for life.
Yeah. The Joy-Cons are a mess.
Yeah.
There's been quite a bit of consternation in our household about the Joy-Cons. So,
But you heard they lost that lawsuit, right?
yeah, they have to fix them for you. But our Pro controller actually is broken now. Like the joysticks on the Pro controller broke.
Probably the same
they
design,
don't
to be honest.
Refund those or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is the same design, but they don't. Like, you know how you can send your Joy-Cons in and then they'll send you either them repaired or else a new one? I can't remember how it is, but like they have some kind of deal where you send your Joy-Cons in and they'll send you back something that functions, but they don't have that with the Pro controller, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Is that anytime?
I think so.
That's crazy.
I am not a lawyer, but because they lost a court case with it, basically. And and you're Canada, so maybe that doesn't apply in Canada. I don't know.
No, I think it was internationally, to be honest.
Okay.
I hope so. That'd be so weird. The whole world gets stiffed.
Or they could have just lost two different court cases, one here in the U.S. or one there in Canada, or vice versa, depending on where you're.
Wouldn't it be weird if they're just like, okay, so take all of the old Joy-Cons and send them to the countries that can't fight back against us, and then they're stuck with those Joy-Cons, and we'll send the new ones to the Americans. Yeah.
Like a black market Joy-Con trade.
Yeah. That's weird, but yeah. So
these are the things, Nintendo makes us think about these things.
They do. We still not unknowingly. We still knowingly love them.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
It is because of the properties. It's like
no
one else has Mario, and like going back to like, because we were talking about who's the dragon? Never mind.
Fing
Hang
Fang
on,
Foom.
ADHD. Who's the dragon?
Fing Fang Foom.
I don't remember him either.
This is like this character is not as mainstream. So when I first played this game and it was Fing Fang Foom, I'm just like, okay, yeah. I was like, I get it.
I mean, he's a dragon.
He is. He's from the you probably have heard the movie, but Shang-Chi.
No, actually, I don't know that one.
No, Shang-Chi or the Mandarin.
Nope.
He's from that universe. The Mandarin was in the Iron Man.
He's not in the Marvel universe?
It is the Marvel universe, but
okay.
Shang-Chi is part of the Marvel universe.
Oh, okay.
He's not
This is
flying.
definitely
Yeah, he's
a deep cut fit.
there. We go. I'm just like, you need to fly right by, or oh god,
How about some help here? That's gonna leave
Spider-Man's gonna die.
No, not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel so good.
I'm hoping that like if I don't take care of, like don't use them, maybe we'll get some health. Maybe. Did you get some health, Spider-Man? I don't think I'm supposed to be attacking him. I think I'm supposed to be just clearing out these henchmen until he decides to fly, and then I use the gun.
You're a mess.
So you're just kind of waiting right now.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't attack him. Never mind.
Beat him up, beat him up.
Okay, now we run to the cannon. Get on there. Thank you. Oh, you just went by. That was a perfect opportunity.
It's hard stepping on things.
There we go. And I have to get away. Go. Go.
Ouch.
The,
Like you have to take some damage there.
I guess to a certain degree. I can't, unless I was Spider-Man. Spider-Man has the ability to web sling, so you could get out of there a lot sooner. But I guess if you're another character, you're going to take some type of damage. And then I'll just use my shield. You can actually control the shield with the other analog stick. It'd be nice if I could like hit him and not walk into the fire on the right.
You kind of get pushed over, it looks like.
A little bit. Okay. Let's kill Fing Fang Foom and then we'll end the episode there.
Anybody else want some?
Okay. You need to die. Oh, actually, what if I used? Yeah, I could use. Ow! That was anticlimactic. There we go.
He dead.
He is dead. Yeah. And then we get like something from him, like Dragon's Heart.
I'm just sitting here watching you play a video game now. I'm like, oh, right, I'm supposed to be doing commentary, right? Okay.
It
sorry.
happens. It happens. It happens. But I'm gonna end it there. We just beat Fing Fang Foom. We could continue this series. I mean, we're having fun talking. I think we dabbled on the game like a couple times.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think.
Went down
Yeah, you were
a
playing
whole
a game,
tangent.
right?
Yeah, we were playing a game. I think this happens a lot between you and I, to be honest. We go on some tangent. I hope everybody else listening enjoyed it, and we'll come out to our next video, which I think is Sonic. So, but yeah. So until next time, whether you guys are online or offline, stay focused, get yours. See ya.
See ya.